I think it's fair to say that the daily life of an artist is not usually all that dangerous. Yes, there's always the risk of a bad review or creative block. But when it comes to physical danger, they're generally fairly safe. Well, think again, because take a look at this. Bournemouth artist Jonathan Truss wanted to sketch great white sharks in their natural environment. So he was lowered into the sea off South Africa to do just that. One of the resulting paintings is being shown off in London from today. And a little earlier, Jonathan came into the studio here with some of his wildlife work, and I asked him why he was willing to take his art to the extreme.
Hey, thanks for joining me again, Jonathan Truss, wildlife artist. A few years ago, somebody suggested I go paint a great white shark. I think it was a commission actually originally. Well, I've always told if you want to paint your subject matter, then you should go see your subject matter. I thought I'd go one better actually and go and try and paint my subject matter underwater, because I just thought, I don't know if anyone's done that before. I really fancy the challenge. So I actually taught myself to use these crayons underwater in the bath before I took myself out to South Africa to see what actually worked in the water. And it worked pretty well. I was using plastic, oil crayons on plastic, seemed to stick pretty well. I recommend everybody to jump in that cage and experience it, because it's just so exciting. If you're going to paint wildlife, you've really got to go and see your animal, really, to do it properly.
Well, I mean, are you a diver and were you scared?
No, I hate diving, and I'm not very fond of water either, so I'm way out of my comfort zone with this, Sally. But no, I wasn't scared. I was more excited, and before the sharks turned up, I was looking for any excuse not to have to get in the cage. Oh, they're not going to turn up, let's not bother, let's just go home. But as soon as the sharks turn up, wow, I just can't wait to get in there. It's just so exciting. So
just tell me what it was like in the cage, because you are trying to sketch at the same time as looking as these great white sharks literally milling around you.
It was very, very difficult. I mean, I liken it to be like a pair of old Y-fronts being thrown around in a tumble dryer. That's what it's like with the swell. And the board's going up and down, and then you're trying to lock your feet into the cage without sticking any limbs out of the cage, which would obviously be a bad idea. And then you really look at the animal, then you put it down, then you'll look again and look at, do a little bit more sketching. It's very, very difficult, but it's a lesson in looking, and that's the whole point of doing it.
What did you use then for sketching? Well,
I practiced in the bath some Chinese oil crayons on a bit of plastic, and it seemed to work quite well on the bath, and that's exactly what the technique I adopted for doing it in saltwater. It was exactly the same. The only thing different is everything's floating off everywhere. Really, really difficult to paint under those circumstances. I've got pencils flying around everywhere that are connected to string, but I managed to do some sketching, and at the end of the day it's all about sketching, getting your subject down on the board, really looking at your subject. That's the only thing. And also, if I'm going to sell a painting of a great white shark, where's the credibility in saying just use photographs that you weren't your own? You've got to go out there and see it. And so that's what I did. Most amazing experience ever. It's just extraordinary. If I ever go back to Cape Town, definitely going to do it again. I actually didn't fancy it the first time, but when those great whites turned up, I just couldn't wait to jump in and get in with them. It was just so exciting. Although, like I say, it didn't look very inviting, that water to start with. But once you're down there, you're in there, and the sharks are coming around, oh wow, it's so exciting. Honestly, it's just unbelievable. But anyway, I did about 3 or 4, maybe 5 paintings from those set of photographs that I got from there, and I think we're going to roll those here so you can have a little look. Amazing. And I've done quite a few since actually, and I've done some turtles underwater and other things. So please do like and subscribe if you enjoy the video, enjoy the painting. I've got plenty of other videos coming up, and also that I've already done. So please hit the bell as well so I can notify you when I do a new painting, especially if you're an artist, a wildlife artist, and you want to learn how to do it. Well, keep it right here. Thanks very much, and see you next time.